Our big snow is upon us. We'll break down the latest snowfall totals and a look at a couple more possible storm systems ahead. So the National Weather Service has been experimenting for the last several years with this new weather impacts index, and they're forecasting extreme impacts for much of southwestern Minnesota through the Twin Cities. And this means travel will almost be impossible as we head into some of the worst conditions, and you can expect airline cancellations as well. So it's going to be pretty rough here, especially late tomorrow into Thursday with this second round. First round of snow is already developing across the Dakotas, pushing into western Minnesota, and will be reaching the Twin Cities here between about 2 and 3 p.m. We'll see the start of that snow. Winter storm warnings out for the Twin Cities, much of southern Minnesota into western Wisconsin. Blizzard warnings go into effect tomorrow afternoon for western Minnesota and tonight into eastern South Dakota. The winds will then start to really whip up and create reduced visibilities. Now, ratios are going to be really key here. It's going to be a lower ratio, about a 10 to 13 to 1 ratio tonight. But as we head into tomorrow night, we're going to have more moisture with the second round, but also a higher ratio of snow, 15 to 20 to 1, even higher at times. And that's going to allow the snow to really add up. So here's the snow moving in this afternoon, 2 o'clock, snowing through the evening into the overnight hours with a swath here across southern Minnesota, really right into tomorrow morning. Now we see it let up a little bit. It's not going to stop, but snow showers will become lighter, more scattered midday Wednesday before the second round. With the first round, probably a good half foot. Looks like 4 to 7 inches will be pretty common from basically Redwood Falls through Hutchinson, Glencoe into the Twin Cities and down towards Red Wing into western Wisconsin. Then the winds start to increase. Already tomorrow morning in southwestern Minnesota, sustained speeds of 20 to 40 miles an hour there. We're going to see some gusts over 50 miles an hour. Twin Cities winds probably 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting to 30 to 40 miles an hour late tomorrow into tomorrow night. So when we look at the overall maximum gusts, again in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range here in eastern Minnesota, but 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts in southwestern Minnesota potentially. So that's why we're looking at those potential blizzard conditions. Then round 2, the snow really starts to pick up again late Wednesday afternoon into tomorrow night and into Thursday morning with very heavy snow, 1 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rates possible at times. So when we add tonight with the second round is going to be about probably anywhere from 10 to 14 plus inches of snow. That's how you get these 1.5 foot totals. Some places over 20 inches of snow are going to be measured. I do think that we will see some 20-inch amounts. When we look at the most probable values, looking at all the models probabilistically with that range of ratios, looks like Twin Cities totals is probably going to end up in that 16 to 20 inch range. That's the possibility. But it's remarkable to point out that we have almost a 10% chance of getting 2 feet of snow. That's not a high chance, but the fact that it is that high, that it's possible, pretty remarkable. Behind it, it's cold, sub-zero Friday morning, seasonable this weekend, but warm next week. We're going to be in the 30s. That's going to play into the next storm systems. Yes, storm systems, plural. It's going to continue to be active. The next storm comes in Sunday night, Monday. Looks like mainly rain in southern Minnesota. Could be heavy snow in northern Minnesota. But then another system behind that, Wednesday, not a big storm, but might produce some more accumulating snow. So we are not done. Once this big storm passes, we're going to have potentially more on our plate. I know. It's still winter though, folks. It's been a crazy one for snowfall, but temperatures have actually been slightly above normal. Near 20 today ahead of the snow starting, and then dropping temperatures gradually as that snow is produced here. A quiet weekend for the most part, but by late Sunday night, we'll see that next round of moisture move into Minnesota.